Here we go again. Let's see what we'll find with this little beauty then. So the first little gem I noticed when I got in this was the engine management light was staying on. Plug-in is part of the inspection, so we will check the fault codes, and as you can see there, we have issues with our knock sensor. That is the inlet knock sensor, and that has the sensing element failure, so we'll get that replaced. Other part of the plugins, we will check the brake pad wear, and we are down to 16% on the offside first, so we'll get them changed. That is flappier than a seagull that's after my fish and chips on chroma pier, so we'll get that repaired. And the other side was just as bad. Then we get underneath and I can see we've got a little bit of engine oil trying to escape from the engine, so that's a crack in the sump. We'll get that changed and all. Now, who on earth cut them cable ties? Seriously guys, come on. I'm doing first axle pads. The discs look a little bit worn, so I'm just going to measure them just to make sure we're at the right thickness. 40mm they need to be replaced. We're on 42 there, so that all's good. We'll slap another set of pads in. This exhaust flexi is leaking worse than my bathroom tap after 3 years of not being repaired, so we'll wang a new one on there. Time to get that cab over. As you can see on the floor there, a nice new shiny exhaust flexi with a couple of new clamps as well. We're going belts and braces on this one, guys and girls. Also, part of the service items on this was belts and tensioners. So while I've got the cab up, that'd be stupid not to get them done. As you can see, I don't mess about with these. I get the Stanley out and I cut the belts off. Get them out of there straight away, no messing. Then we're going to move on to dropping the idle pulleys off and the tensioners. We'll just get the other belt off. There's two fan belts on these guys. We've got one for the water pump side and one for the alternator side. As you can see, access on these 13 litre engines at the front there is a little bit limited. Not the best to do, but still not the worst job in the world. Just helps that I've got little hands. So there we go. We'll pull that serpentine snake out of there. And as you can see now, we've got an idle pulley there, and there's a tensioner below that, and the other pulley on the left was the water pump. So we're just going to undo the plug for the viscous fan, give that a little wiggle like we're on the dance floor on a Saturday night, and just pop that off. Job's a good one. So in the box, there we go, see some nice new shiny bits. We all like new bits. Shame are just belts and tensioners, nothing exciting there, but as you can see, new pulleys, new cover, new tensioner and new belt. Now as you can see on these, to get the back belt onto the crank pulley, you need to slacken off the hub for the fan hub there, so you can just pull it up enough just to slip the belt underneath the other pulley. Really, we were talking about bad design the other day. I mean, just for the sake of another 1/4 of an inch clearance on there, you wouldn't have to do that. You could just slip the belt straight in there. As you can see, access is limited. But we get there in the end. Only 4 bolts you need to slacken off. You can get in there with a spanner easy enough, really. There we go. As you can see now, new belts, new tensioners and new idlers are all on, raring to go. That's all plugged back in. Don't forget to do that. There's the nice new shiny exhaust flexi, guys. Remember to stay tuned for part 2. Should be going live tomorrow. We've got all these bits left to fit. That'll be in part 2.